Hey everybody, how's it going? It is September the 2nd, and I'm just doing a little preseason video of my upcoming trapping season. I'm going to try to chronicle again. Getting some stuff done today. I figured I'd boil my traps today. Yesterday I made some bait, and it's a nice day out, so I'll get this done before bow hunting starts. That starts in October, so I'm getting this taken care of right now. So first of all, thanks for everybody that watched last year, and thanks for subscribing and all that stuff, and thanks for all the comments. Some of the comments I got a lot of good comments, and I got a lot of negative comments too. Some were alright. They were constructive criticism. One guy said I talk too much, so when I start out on the line this year, I'll try to talk less, I guess. So, but if you thought I talked too much in the last videos, this video won't be for you, because that's about all it's going to be, is me running my gums. The other negative comments, if you disagree with trapping and all that stuff, I'm not going to try to convince you or sway your opinion right now. But if you want to leave a negative comment saying whatever, I mean, I don't care. Just leave the profanities and threats and death threats and all that stuff out of it. And if you want to call me a stupid redneck, at least make sure you punctuate correctly and use correct grammar. Don't call me an idiot and you can't even spell and write correctly. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I know correct and incorrect grammar when I see it. So, okay, so in this video, I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. But right now I'm going to show you my what I got ordered from Minnesota Trapping Supply. I ordered some stuff from there. I'll show you some of the new stuff I got, and then take a quick look at my shed, some of the updates I got going on in my shed. And then maybe a little bit from out in the line, so show you some of the new locations, some of the stuff I'm trying this year coming up. So we got 2 months till the season starts about. At the end of October, I'm ready to go, ready to get some steel on the ground. So, alright, so let's go and check out what I got from Minnesota Trapping Supply, and then on from there. Okay, here's some of the new things I'm going to be using on the line. One is I'm going to try some of these Fox Hollow Super Steaks. I've used a lot of the Wolf Fang steaks. I showed you those in early videos, but some of those are hard to drive in, especially if you have rocky ground. I mean, these cost a little bit more than the Wolf Fang, but just first look at them, first time I ever held one, and they look pretty solid and everything. I'll be attaching them to start with just some cable and some double ferrules. So I'd eventually like to get chained on them, get them welded up, but I don't have money for everything right now. I also got this new driver specifically made for these Fox Hollow Super Steaks. It's the one that is sold at Minnesota Trapping Supply. It had some pretty good reviews on it, and claims that it's tempered and pretty hard. I can't even open it right now, but oh well. That's the end on it right there. Fits inside. Drive the Super Steak in. So seems like it's going to work pretty well. Fits in there nice. Just hope that this stake driver is as hard as rock. It's like hexagonal shape, so got a nut on the end. Wish it had a little bit bigger nut for pulling the driver out of the ground once it's in there. But we'll see how that works. I'm going to get it. Now I'm putting gloves on for this bait, because there's some of that stuff in there. I really don't want to be smelling like this quite yet. Not in the middle of July. I'm just going to pull all these baits out and stuff and make sure I got everything. Some of these things are pretty potent. This is the Dobbins Lure bait solution. I'm going to give that a try. This is a pack of sodium benzoate hooked to it. Basically, I'm going to chop up some bobcats and some beavers. A couple guys gave me a bobcat and beaver carcasses. I'm going to chop them up, take a gallon of that and soak it in this. See how that works. If it works good, I mean, this was 20 bucks, and that'll make a gallon of bait. So I mean, a gallon of bait, some of that stuff will cost $70–80 for a gallon of bait, I think. I got some red fox urine. I also got some glycerin. I checked out. This does not have very much glycerin, and I checked it out on trapperman.com, and the dolphin bait solution said it doesn't put a lot of glycerin in it, so I'm going to add some glycerin to that to help with freezing and during the winter time. And plus I might make some just straight meat bait. I should have another just container of sodium benzoate in here, which I hope this is. It's unlabeled. I'm assuming this is sodium benzoate. I have no idea. I'll see in a minute. What we got? I bought most of my stuff in 4-ounce jars this time. A lot cheaper. This should last me hopefully for 2 years now. I mean, I got 4 ounces of Bounty Hunter. That's one I used last year. I liked it a lot. Oh, this is something new I'm going to try. I'm going to try some Dolphin backbreaker, some beaver lure, some heavy beaver caster lure on some canine sets, just for a change up, something different. My wife and daughter are watching this, and they're getting a kick out of it. I should turn it around. There you go. I'm going to give it. There we go. They're watching it, and they're getting a kick out of it. They think I'm goofy. Here comes the neighbor's dog, Snickers. He comes over and gets free treats, though. He might smell this lure too, so yeah. So this is a family affair video here. What we got here? This is Caven's Predator Bait Plus. I know I'm using the Dobbin stuff, but the reason I got this is when I ordered, if you ordered the Fox kit from, you basically get this for free if you order the Fox Trappers kit from Minnesota Trapping Supply. Yeah, and I got neighbor's dogs running all over here. What else I got? I got 4 ounces of Violator 7. This is a good lure. This one, a lure that I like a lot. I've showed these in the past. I like both of those. The Bounty Hunter and Violator 7. Oh, this came free with my order. 4-ounce thing of Canine Force. Yeah, I've used a little bit of that in the past, and I believe it's a pretty loud lure. So this was for free. I got all kinds of stuff here. Got 4 ounces of Red Fox land lure. This all came with the kit. I got you get Violator 7, Minnesota Red, Bounty Hunter, and the Predator Bait Plus. These 4 things, and the Red Fox Yorn comes with that as a kit for, I think it's like $70 or $72. So it's way cheaper than buying it separately, and that's why this is pretty much why I ended up with this stuff. That stuff's looking pretty juicy in there. No, that's sodium benzoate right there. I'm curious what's inside the other jar now. This sodium benzoate, I can add this to just some chopped up bobcat or beaver, and this will keep the meat from rotting. It'll just help stabilize the meat. Oh, I bet I know what's in this jar now. There's one thing missing. And I think this is the lure. Hopefully, this should be 2 bottles of Gusto. I ordered an ounce for a buddy of mine. He wanted to try an ounce of it. Wow, this lure is kicking it. I wish I had smell-o-vision on YouTube or something. Cause this stuff is something. Can you smell that? My daughter, she's about 10 feet behind me right now. As soon as I open that jar, it's in bottles and it's taped up, but they actually stick it inside of another bottle when you get it. I was trying to figure out what that was. This is the stuff I changed up to last year, and I ended up catching that fisher on this, bobcat on it, so I'm liking this lure. I got this ounce here for a buddy of mine at work, so I'll drop that off in his car. I'm sure his wife will be happy about that. And Hopefully there should be a 4-ounce bottle of it in here for me. Whew, man. Well, wifey, this is what was kicking it. There we got a 4-ounce bottle of that. Wow. So if you want some powerful lure, get some gusto. I was wondering what they have that thing trapped inside of another bottle. So other than my wax, this is all my cool stuff I got right now. So I'm hoping to get some more fur in the shed this year, and I'll let you know how these lures work. I used a lot of these last year, like I said, the Violator 7, the Bounty Hunter, and that stuff. But I'll be trying this. This is something pretty new. This the Dobbins bait solution and the Dobbins beaver lure. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you on my line coming this fall. Okay, so that's the stuff I got from Minnesota this year. I did order some other traps and stuff too. I got a few more bridgers that came and stuff. So, but basically, I got my waxing station set up here. Hopefully my thing's still burning, heating the wax up right now, getting that rolling. So I'll be dipping my traps in there pretty soon. I got some drying here that have already been dyed. They come out and they're already just hanging up here drying real nice before I get them into the wax. Into my dirty shed. Let's see, some different stuff here. I hooked an inexpensive winch my buddy sold me. He had an extra one, so he sold it to me. Hooked it up to my skinning gambrel, up and down nice and easy. And I also put some floor mounted tie down hooks right there. So my plan is, and I looked at some other skinning machines and stuff, basically they take a pair of vice grips, weld some rebar in there and a hunk of chain. So I'm hopefully going to be able to clamp on to the fur once I get the legs skinned around, have the chain there and some S-hooks, and help with pulling some skin off the coyotes. Here's my bait. Made this up yesterday, which I guess would have been September 1st. Some of this stuff right here, this is just straight beaver and bobcat meat with a bunch of glycerin and a lot of sodium benzoate, and I put a lot of sodium benzoate. I don't want it to get too I don't want it going rancid. I didn't leave it taint too much. It's just pretty much fresh meat. But then I got like 4 or 5 jars that I used you saw the Dobbins bait solution. I made that up yesterday. So hoping that works out well. So I got some fresh meat, just straight meat, Dobbins bait solution, and I got some Predator Bait Plus to try out for baits this year. And I also use a bunch of scraps like chicken bone and stuff. That seems to work well for gray fox. What else is going on here? I might be putting the cart before the horse, but I got a stretcher marked out for a fisher. If I get one in season this year, that'll be great. If you watch my other videos, you saw making these. Adding the skirt board to the wire stretchers. If you do this, don't just drill the holes. I learned a lesson here that I don't know if I said this in that video, but check your stretchers out for alignment. Don't just drill the holes exactly the same distance here. They can be a little bit cockeyed. This has nothing to do with trapping, but this is the meat cooler I made out of an old refrigerator. Guy gave it to me, my buddy. Basically, shoved a rod through there, read about this in Fur Fishing Game. Put a rod through there. Put a block here to hold the rod up. Put some screws through there. It's pretty sturdy. It'll definitely hold a deer. Gotta get some meat hooks. It works well. Drops down to like 35 degrees pretty easy. So start butchering my own deer. Actually, a guy started helping me do it last year, so getting that going. I made like 30 gallons of wax dirt. I used 20 pounds of flake wax from Minnesota, and I tried the solar method, but it definitely wasn't hot enough, so I ended up having to heat it. Couple things. I made wax dirt before, and I don't know if my dirt wasn't dry enough. Moreover, when I put it into my containers, I went straight from the heat, from propane heat, and I dumped it right in the container, sealed it up. When I opened it up to go trapping, it definitely smelled moldy and musty. So I still tried to use it. It still worked as far as not freezing anything, but I caught nothing on it. So I know that it had that was not good. So the stuff works for freezing, but if you try to make this, or if you made it before, you already know this. Make sure your dirt is crazy dry. It's got to be bone dry, almost like talcum bites. And I had no problem with that this year because we had a really dry summer. And once you make it, whether you use the solar method or you heat it with propane or something in a mixer, let it cool a lot before you put it into your containers. So, and I even got the lid just sort of cracked here. I tested it out, works well. Put some down, poured water on it, tried to mix it up. You can't. It just shed the water. It's pretty neat stuff. So I'm hoping that works out a lot better than the peat moss. I had trouble with peat moss. Some guys use it and don't have a problem, but I'm hoping that works a little bit better. All right, that's about it for in my shed. I know I didn't have my light on. Hopefully it's light enough in here for everybody to see. That'd be my luck. The video won't turn out well, but all right, let's go out and see some of the stuff on the line. Thanks for watching. Alright everybody, here's one of the things I got going this year. What I've learned and what I've read and a lot of stuff I've looked at is that coyotes are crazy situationally aware of things. And if something's new stuck there just out of the blue, like first day of trapping season, you stick something there, they're going to notice it's out of place. So I've gone around to a lot of different locations, and I've basically, like right here, I stuck this log right here. Up in this direction right here, I got a nice four-wheeler trail coming down towards here, and off to my left I also got another four-wheeler trail, and it keeps coming around that way. So it's basically a big giant intersection of four-wheeler trails right here. Now I don't know if I'll set this early in the season because there's a lot of traffic here. It's a good place for theft. That, or I'll just hook it up to a drag. But nonetheless, the one thing I'm trying this year is basically setting and staging areas way in advance. And I did this early in the summer. It's like the end of August right now, and I did this a couple months ago, set this log up. So hopefully they've been traveling back and forth here, and they're used to seeing this log here. And I can make a urine post set or some other type of set here. All right, but I got another setup going down here. I just put a couple logs here. Hopefully I'll be able to make a walkthrough set here. Directly behind my wonderful camera girl, my daughter, is a nice dirt road there, and I know the coyotes travel that. We saw a coyote here a couple months ago, and it looked like they were stalking some deer through here. So I know there's coyotes around here, so I got a walkthrough set ready to go. And right over here, I just got another little hunk of wood I put here. I can make a urine post here or something. So I'm trying to set stuff up this year and trying to get stuff ready to go so I might get some more dogs. I've shown this in another video. Basically, this one I've had here for a while, this stump. I'm clearing some of this out here early in the season. Well, it's not even the season yet, but preseason. I'm gonna throw a little bait down here. There's my old hole. Still have a hole down there. This is rock hard here. Hopefully my my stake is still here. I'm even gonna dig this up and make it look a little dug up and stuff here. And I'm gonna put a little bait in here and set a trail camera here and see if I get any reaction to that new Dobbins bait. See if I get anything coming around here. There's old sticks and stuff. I put lure and stuff down there with beforehand. Hopefully I should have. There should still be a cable stake in here. This was one hard place to drive a stake in. That's where those new super stakes from Minnesota might come in real handy. But yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of that Dobbins bait down here, clear this out, get them used to seeing this stump before the season comes in. I'll even clear out a little bit of a walkway here. Setting the trail camera here is a little dangerous. I mean, it's posted private property, but I wish my hole was a little deeper. But it's still risky. So basically staging this up before the season. So hopefully I'm going to get some pictures. So I got, this stump's been here for a while. Just a hunk of old burnt wood I found somewhere, stuck it here. And we'll see if I get any pictures here and get something hitting that. Oh, there's my cable stake. That's great. So that's been there for, I don't know, since last year. I might pay for that sometime, have them rust off down deep and lose something nice. But it makes it nice and slick for coming here and just throwing a trap in there and bedding it. So it sort of like, looks like something dug this out. So I'm going to basically put some bait in that hole. Maybe try to dig it out a little deeper and put a camera by it. It looks like something tore it all up right now. So I think I caught maybe a possum or two, but I also caught a gray fox right by this little piece of stump here. So I'll clear this area out a little bit more. I'm used to seeing this hunk of stump here, hunk of burnt wood. I won't have to do this stuff when the season starts. Ripping this stuff out. I'll be able to just come here and put a trap here. Somewhere in this area, I should have a cable stake. So yeah, there's still 2 months before the season. Yeah, hard to tell where my stake is here. Trying to find a soft spot where I have my bed. Can't feel it right now though. That other one was easy to find. This little log can get moved around pretty easy. Nice little ant pile there. Alright, well I'm going to put some bait in that hole. Put some of that new Dobbin bait solution that I made up inside of it. Set a trail camera on it. Hope there's a heavy 4-wheeler trail there. Last year I caught a pretty nice coyote right there on a flat set. It was actually one of the a compass set that I saw online somewhere, but I made it and it worked effectively. I also had a dirt hole here, had to mess with a lot, but never connected here. So I'm gonna put some more of that Dobbin bait in here, set up a trail camera here, and see if I can get any response here from either coyotes or foxes. I've caught a couple other fox out in these goldenrod fields here in cable restraints in the last couple of years, but the wind predominantly comes this way and would intersect that trail, so hopefully anything coming up that old 4-wheeler trail, the wind will catch them and they'll come over and check it out. So just another spot I'm going to hopefully have some pictures on.